FBI. The FBI. It was literally made to kick in doors
and spy on people.
So there's a lot of stuff that's not supposed to happen.
The CIA was meant to kick in doors and spy on people.
The CIA is supposed to. It's because the CIA, the Central Intelligence Agency, is supposed to sit there and find people that are against the modern democracy.
Well, yeah, but they're against democracy in their own country. And you know
but
what?
you got capitalism too. There's certain countries that got
capitalists.
Yes,
yeah, we live in capitalism.
I know what Draven's trying to say here. I think you're trying to say is it's none of our business what they do in their country.
Bro, let's get our country straight, and then we can go focus on everybody else.
Well, the problem with that is we're using those other country issues to distract what's going on
at
here.
home. At home, that's my thing.
So they're not going to stop because that's giving them
a. Going to stop. I'm just saying,
you should, yes.
The smartest.
But it's the smoke and mirrors that keep.
My question is, what would you do
if I was president?
Exactly, what would you do specifically as if you were
president? I know y'all done messed up,
He's taking North Korea. That's what he's doing.
I'm not even just taking North Korea. I'm taking anything I want.
But no, you can't just take everything you want.
Yeah, you're gonna look.
You specifically just sit there and say
Trump said the same thing. He don't have anything right now.
He doesn't. Why should you?
Well, you're right. I shouldn't just
invade. Don't invade.
No. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to take whatever I want. It's simple. North Korea, I'm going to get rid of that problem. Pull my troops out of Middle East. Pull them back. And then I'm just going to do whatever I want in my country.
No, see, that's
up however.
Oh, he wants to pull in a worldwide collaboration of Americans. He wants everybody who is currently an American, whether they're a soldier or living, he wants them in America.
Get back to America. Let's get this
But what will end up happening if you do that is someone's going to take that as a weakness. Seriously.
Oh, no, but here's the beauty of it.
See, now that's
everywhere else.
Why would you do that?
No, but see, look, I'm going off what he said. I would do the exact same thing. Bring my troops back home.
Well, I get bringing the troops home.
But you have to leave certain people stationed.
Our Navy has to be out there. Okay. That's the only thing I think needs to happen. We need a Navy.
That's the point. Okay, so have the Navy and the Marines out there.
Do we need a Navy if we have satellite?
Yes.
But the satellite. But that's the Soviet Union.
Satellite is not going. Look, satellite is not going to assist us.
Satellite and drones.
Satellite is not going to assist us when a pirate starts taking a merchant ship. That's not going to happen.
Drones get there, huh?
Okay, see,
you know what I mean?
Okay,
I'm just gonna bring back our troops, but then you're right. Leave certain Navy and
maybe some Marines on certain places.
Certain places.
We're just doing what every other president has. Is we pulled our troops out, but then we stationed them elsewhere.
No, what I'm saying is, look, where we have conflict, we don't need troops. The reason why there's conflict is because there's troops. But where we don't have conflict, like places where they're trying to train you based on environmental stuff, like when we have a German base or when we have a Filipino base, we're not there because we need to keep anyone in check. We're there because they're there because they are
to keep a good eye on something if something happens.
But environmental training. So that's something that can stay. We're training people to learn how to operate in different environments. That's okay. But I don't believe we need conflict right now. We don't have any bones to pick with anybody but North Korea, and North Korea is literally just a little kid stabbing somebody with a stick.
What the world needs now is love, sweet love. And you gotta do it slow love. You gotta do it with passion. You gotta let it know that.
He's treating it like a third date. Just come here.
The thing is,
stop screaming.
I'll bring my people home. Like they need to. Then reduce the Medicaid as much as I can. I will reduce the Medicaid.
So you're taking all the people who are on Medicaid and reducing that fund. Yes.
Yeah, but how do you know which 10% to reduce?
It's upper class.
The
people who can somewhat afford it.
It's
And what you need to do is you need to stop. Hold up. What needs to happen? What I believe needs to happen.
That's why you have statistics.
Okay, look at this. Look at this. What needs to happen is we have companies that have free, or countries that have free healthcare, like Denmark or Canada.
But then you have.
But the situation with that is the situation is that hold on.
They have a lesser population.
Hold on. Listen.
And that's the reason we have to reduce Medicaid.
The reason why we don't have free healthcare is because free healthcare is a bad idea.
Is it?
Now listen. I'm not saying have healthcare be what it is, because it needs to be cheaper.
Hold on.
Listen, it needs to be way cheaper.
So you're telling me I can't walk into my own civilized hospital and ask for
Here's the reason why...
Or say, oh,
here's
I got
the
shot.
reason why free healthcare doesn't work.
Hold on.
You could be in line for free healthcare for months. You could be waiting to get treated for months. And they don't have to worry about you because you're going to get your healthcare regardless. Everybody who's hurt is going there. If you're hurt and you have the money to pay for it, that's different.
Okay,
if you're hurt and you don't, someone can pay for it for you. It's called a loan.
You know what? You know the whole point of free Medicaid, the whole reason why technology and science, all that shit, all that stuff progressed the way it did throughout time, was so that at some point nobody has to do everything. Nobody has to do anything,
but
and everything's
what
there
happens
for grabs,
when
and it's
it was because of space race.
But yes, if everything's free, yes, I look at that. Everything's free, but someone's gonna go, how can I control this? There will always be a how can I control this state of mind. Whoever's behind all the free is going to tell you how to think, what to think, when to think. If they don't like you because your hair is blue, your hair is getting cut off. If they don't like you because your eyes are white,
is what would end up happening is everything would just get sanctioned again. Not like sanctioned like as in free stuff. Like, all right, well, if you don't believe what we believe on this country or city or whatever, you can go to a different country.
That's not a sanction. That's called deporting someone for belief, and that's
it's not belief.
Discrimination.
It depends. If you're just bragging on your religion, it depends. What I'm saying.
You can't
If you're just being an all-around person that cannot be dealt with.
You're stubborn.
Then you get deported. Is what you're telling
stubborn.
me.
Like, okay, well, look, here's a place for people that think just like you. Go there.
It's called prison.
But then it's stupid by sending somebody that's stubborn to prison.
Well, then that's a whole other.
I'm not talking about taking them to prison. I'm talking about like
that's a whole other
there's
issue.
A person, there's what I'm saying is since everything is
he's
free
talking about
and
taking people who want that free, who want that like almost communist style, which is not communism because the government isn't. He's saying everything free. Everyone
so
has
it's
the
dictatorship or something?
No, it's just free.
It's free. There's no party. There's no nothing. Everybody's together.
Everything's actually all the way.
But that's the whole point of Americans itself. You're talking about.
I'm talking about your personal technology, your housing, everything free.
100%
free. You don't have to work. The only thing you have to do when you actually get up is you can choose to do military, you can choose to go into sciencing, repairing, because most of it will be through maintenance.
Well, the problem is that's
and whatnot.
That's what we call selective service. You have to do it that's what they call selective service.
Because this is what we need to keep the world going.
But your dad doesn't even like selective service. Think about it. No one wants to do selective service. No one wants to be told, hey, these are your options. The beauty of what
I'm saying is if you don't like that, is if you look, since everything is free and up for grabs for anybody, certain people that like certain things a certain way will form a group of a city. And people will all just end up finding the people that they connect with and going there.
But, then you say everything's free. Well, if they go into the military, the military is designed to let you know, hey, you gave up some of your rights for someone else.
Military's for the space.
But it's still a concept of you gave your rights up for someone else, which is okay. You're being, you're doing your country.
But it's my belief to sit there and go into the military. I understand I gave up certain rights and certain options, but it's my right.
That's all I'm saying.
To sit here and say this is my
So
decision.
what I'm saying is,
so it's like you can't just take all my bare rights and sit there and say, oh, you can't do this, you can't do that, because
well, if you're in the military and you want a snack bar and they say no, we don't do snack bar in military, you're not getting a snack bar.
I understand that, but then it's like taking something in my mouth.
Around, when everything becomes free in a state like that, people aren't going to have much rules. Obviously,
there is a city like that.
Wrong. But most people aren't going to have the need to do wrong because it's there for you anyways.
Denmark. They do that. Look, dude, Denmark has everything you want legal unless it's so bad that they don't even condone it. If the government says, hey, look, this new drug called Bonanza is really bad, we're not letting y'all do it because it'll kill you.
I hope there's
that's
not a
different.
drug called Bonanza.
That would be then we just advertised it.
Just on somebody.
Yeah, somebody just got mad. But no, look, but if Denmark has a problem, they solve it by making it legal.
If you got a problem,
but that's what America's doing. They're trying to legalize.
But they have the most participation in their militaries and their police forces because people want to be in Denmark.
Why can't we, as Americans, do what Denmark's doing?
Because no one's in charge at Denmark. The president isn't really the president.
Let's look at a thing real quick.
Whatever he calls himself.
I'm saying everything's free and it's up for grabs. Certain people went to a certain place where they felt comfortable being at. Right. Denmark has that ability. You know, and the people that go to Denmark.
I'd move to
and then
Denmark.
there is the other unsatisfactory
Get my visa.
thing about it that's not really so cool is that it's selective on its.
Oh yeah, they're gonna choose who they want in their country
Because they want to make sure that the country.
if they're gonna have a
stays
meth head, they don't want a
productive.
meth head who's gonna like sit
Yeah.
on his butt and be. No, they're gonna have a meth head who's going to be. All right, let's get this done, people. Let's go.
You know, and I respect that, but it's just it's how it is.
in
Yeah,
Denmark,
but then when you got to take into account when you North America, you got all these different cultures. It's hard to inflict one certain set
That's
of way
why-
because you
that's
could
why we're not
possibly
Denmark,
interfere with
because-
somebody's religion or culture.
that reminds me. There was a dude who performed
Like,
an
why
honor
can't I say
killing.
Merry Christmas no more?
There was a dude who. Well, that's because
Apparently people
you'll
do it.
offend somebody. But look, there was a dude who performed an honor killing on his daughter because she started dressing like an American, and I think it was in Irving, one of my
I think I know what
instructors.
you're talking about.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And then he wanted them to just let him get away with it because in his culture, it's Sharia law. That's okay. And a lot of people were like, "That's not okay." So we can't conform to those.
But we can't correspond with their.
We can't
their
look. We
beliefs.
can't
But at the
deny
same
them.
The most that we could do would be just to be deported.
Okay.
And that's even worse if he's actual full-blown American, because what do you do at that
You
point?
can't deport him to a country he didn't live in.
But then you can't claim that's your culture because then you have American culture. American
But
culture is
Because when he
but
goes
we
back-
don't know what
when
American
he goes
is
back,
if
look-
these cultures are so diverse.
But look, when he goes
See how
back,
the repetitive circle keeps going?
but when he goes back, what's going to end up happening if we deport him to a country he never even lived in to begin
doesn't
with?
even know.
His culture won't be what he thought it was. He probably just attempted to use that if that he didn't move over, if he was not
unless,
American.
his family came over and they were for real about the culture and everything.
But if he's not,
know the culture.
if they're not, when he gets over there and he tells his story,
We're not just talking about some random white dude claiming.
no, we're talking about a
it says, I think he's
did you Google it?
gosh.
Look it up. It's a Irving case. I don't know his name, but he killed his daughter for some reason, and I don't know the story. I know that he wanted them to just let him pass because it was in his culture, and I'm like,
Well,
well,
who doesn't want you to let him just pass?
right?
Like, hey, I killed him. Come on, man. Just let me go.
That's
man.
that's the whole.
Come
friggin-
on, guy.
Come on, guy. Well, OJ did it.
See, but OJ, you can't just put that on OJ, you know?
No, you can't put all of it on OJ.
It was just a right time, right moment thing. Like, it got the media stirred up, and that's really
It really distracted him from some real situations, though.
yeah. But
Which is why they did it.
I
mean, if you watch-
he's still. You gotta think about it. Oh, like I understand OJ had his moments. It's like saying, you know, Bill Cosby had his moments, but you can't just say Bill Cosby had his moments, and you can't just say OJ had his moments, because OJ, if he didn't overcome that stump that he overcomes, he still would have been playing in the NFL. You know how much money he would make
Look,
after
man,
he retired
I don't-
from the NFL?
I don't
Yeah,
care
you
what
could
you
probably
what
be,
what I
host
see
or
from both of
something,
them.
but-
Exactly.
What I see from both of them is
But
they're
man,
public
OJ loved
figures.
his cocaine, man. He
Look,
just loved his white girl.
look. All right, hold on. They're public figures in most people's opinion, and somewhat in mine. Not really all the way, but I believe that if you're going to be a public figure, you have to present yourself and go accordingly to the law. You need to be the first person they punish if you do something wrong, not let other people do it and then punish them. You know, so I believe what happened to OJ was kind of. I wouldn't say it was bad because you know if he didn't do it, he didn't do it. Good for him.
He
But
couldn't get OJ convicted, bro. Too many people loved OJ.
But that's the problem. You shouldn't. That's not how it should be.
You have those type of people who do not like OJ specifically. Why? Because they knew OJ. If OJ had
Everybody knew OJ did it.
no,
Yeah, because everyone's like, OJ, don't shake his hand.
You know,
but then you gotta think about it. Like over time span, OJ had his moments, but then we don't know. We can't put ourselves as OJ. You know.
no.
So
No, we'll
we
never
can't
know
just
what
we
really
can't just-
happened.
Yeah, exactly, because we are not.
But you know, he wrote that book, and it essentially said, I did it, but I'm not going to admit to it, and this is how I did it, but not. It's really how it, because it was
It's like saying Bill Cosby sexually touched every.
I'm
other
waiting
person.
for the book. I'm waiting
You
for the book.
divide the number of reported Bill Cosby assaults, it's still over 20 if you divide it by half.
But not all of those are going. I like how he like. Oh, but this sounds better. Oh, that reminds me. Someone was like, "Oh, I have a half a K subscribers, and I was like, still like 500. And he's like, it just sounds better. But no, if you look at it though, a lot of those people only started coming up and showing up out of the woodworks because one or two people did it.